जय गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रांजन। सोदानंदन ब्रज जन रांजन।
यशोदानंदन ब्रजदन
वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी।
जय राधव माधव कुंज बिहारी।
गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। कोदानंदन ब्रज जन रांजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। न तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा जय राम बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम राम राम
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada.
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 Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mantaji. Hare Krishna. We are delaying like 15-20 minutes almost because of so many reasons. But anyways, we are here to discuss today Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2 and text number 38 through 48, right? So let's get started. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right. Thank you, Mataji, for confirming. So I'm going to pull out Bhagavad Gita screen.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So before we go there, let's review a little bit because it's being long. We have been discussing this, different argument, cross argument. So I'll share my screen and you can have some visual look at what did we discuss so far. All right. So I'm coming to you shortly. I'm pulling a table where it has what Arjuna argued and what are the explanations. Because that will clarify you a lot. So here, here is the, just a recap. Chapter 1, you learned about preparation of war. And then you learned in chapter 1, what were the signs of victory of Pandavas. And then you learned Krishna as a Bhaktavatsal. Krishna is a most compassionate to his devotees. In section 2 of chapter 1, Arjuna gave 5 reasons for not to fight. And the first was compassion. Then second was he will not able to enjoy the kingdom. And then third was he has a fear of sinful reactions. And the fourth was destruction of family traditions because the elders or young people will be killed. So what will happen to the kids and the mothers, the wives, right? And the elderly people. And then indecision. At the end, he said in the beginning of chapter 2 that, oh, Krishna, I'm confused. I don't know what to do, right? So just to recap chapter 2 so far, the first 10 slokas, Arjuna talking about his surrenders. He surrenders to Krishna. That Krishna, now you guide me what to do. And from sloka number 11 to 30 is Jnana Yoga or Sankhya Yoga. So these 20 slokas talk about what is the nature of soul, the science of soul, right? We discuss how the soul is, what is its nature, how it is not destructible, right? What is the body, what is the soul. Now, beginning 31st chapter is sloka to 38 is karma kanda, is karma yoga. So Arjuna is being advised by Krishna that Arjuna, you should fight irrespective whether you consider there is a soul or there is a body. Whatever you believe in, you should do your duty, because if you do your duty, you will achieve heavenly kingdom. If you die, and if you win, then you have a prosperous kingdom to enjoy, right? So that's a situation now. Now from here on, we are going to discuss Buddhi Yoga. Okay, Buddhi Yoga is Niskam Karma Yoga, the acting without fruitive results. Okay, so this is called Buddhi Yoga from 39 to 53. And then in summary, Krishna at the end will describe what are the qualities of people who are Buddhi Yoga, Sthik Prajna, and how can you act as a Niskam Karma Yogi and lead your life, right? How can you act in every sphere of your life, but at the same time become an yogi, right? So that's background. Now, if you remember, we discussed who is Ishvara, God. There were 6 opulences, right? The riches, the strength, influence, wisdom, beauty, renunciation. Try to remember this. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yasasya sriya jnana vairagya chaiva Sannam Bhava iti kana. Vishnu Puran 6.5.47 Parasar Muni gives list of 6 qualities, and anyone who possesses these all 6 at the same time in full capacity, you can call that person as a god. Okay, so these are the and this should be in all time, place, and circumstance. If somebody have this all 6 opulence in full in the same person, you can call that person as a god. Okay, so easy to find God, right? So you should look for people, and if you don't find it, you reject everyone who thinks that, including demigods. If you find that they don't have all 6 at the same time in all time, place, and circumstance, then they're not God. Okay. Then we reviewed what is the mindset. I think we didn't touch, but in generally, in the first chapter, Arjuna was confused. So it's a failure mindset. They are confused. They remain confused for a long time, and they don't accept the weakness, and then they think they know everything, and they don't listen to their others, just own mind and ego. This is failure mindset, FMS. Now, what is success mindset is they get confused. Of course, everybody is confused, some situation, but then they don't remain confused for a long time. That's a success mindset. And then they accept their weakness, and they eager to learn that how can I rectify my confusion? And then they consult the bona fide person, the teacher, the mentor, the guide, advisors, right? So that's a success mindset, right? So first Krishna started chastising Arjuna that, oh, you are talking very intelligently, but what you're talking is not worth lamenting, Like Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Asochasya na sochasyam pragyavadasya bhasase gatasun gatasuchasya nan sochati manita. That Arjuna, what you're speaking very learned word, but you're mourning for something not worthy of grief. This is not good. And then Krishna says, there was a time when I didn't exist, you didn't exist, and all of these people didn't exist. And in future we shall remain so. How we will remain? Because the body dies. So how do you know that we will remain? Oh, yeah, that's the soul. So Krishna says next, Dehinasmin yatha dehe kaumaram yonam jara tatha dehantaram prapti dhirat tattina mudyeti. As the body changes the body from boyhood to youthhood, the soul similarly passes to another body at the time of death. And the sober person don't bewilder because of this change of body at the time of death. So that's a sloka. Then we discussed, Krishna advised Arjuna that Mata sparsastu kaunteya sitosuna sukha dukkha agamaino apaino anityam tam titikshashva bharata. That Arjuna, these happiness, distress comes like a season. It's like a winter and summer. And they arise from sense perception. And one must learn to tolerate them. So people ask question, what I can do when I have happiness and distress? And yes, sir, ma'am, you have to learn to tolerate. And how? Without being disturbed. Okay, that's a formula. And then Krishna talks about soul can never be destroyed, not be created. So law of conservation of energy. Energy cannot be destroyed, cannot be created. It can only be converted from one form to another. Similarly, same principle here, which Krishna gave 5,000 years ago. The soul is an energy, spirit, cannot be destroyed, not created, but can be transferred from one body to another. And then Krishna discussed in Sloka 20, Na jayate mrite va kadachit, nanyam bhutva bhavita na bhuya, ajo nityam shashvadayam purano, na hanyate hanyamane sarire. He says, Arjuna, you don't worry. You cannot kill this soul. You think you will kill these people, but you cannot kill, because you will kill their body. Because you can kill something which has born, but the soul is not born. It just acquired a body, right? So how can you kill it? So then Krishna, we touched all this, but, the material thing you can see, you can feel, and they are perishable. But the soul, you cannot see it by your eyes, of course. Even in microscope, you cannot see it. But it is a source of life. You can perceive, right? The soul is there. And you are alive because of that soul. That's the difference between body and soul, right? And what is the size of soul? If you take your tip of the hair and you cut into 10,000 parts and you take one part of it, that is the size of the soul. It has a soul. It has a dimension. We cannot measure it, what dimension it is. So that's, I gave you other information as well. So we are not this body, we are not male, female, we are not rich, pure, we are not healthy and sick, we are not in countries, we are not religion, we are not color of the body, we are not old and young. Then what you are, right? And then Krishna says that, soul can never be withered by the wind, you cannot cut into pieces by any weapon, you cannot moisten by water, you cannot be burned by fire. So soul, you cannot touch it, basically. So Arjuna is unnecessarily lamenting, right? And then I'll skip all this. I talk about, we touched last week about, what is our value? Somebody did chemical analysis and they found out, 100 rupees, something. But that's not true, right? There is more than 100 rupees or just chemical in the body. That's what we touched last time. There are so many proofs. I'm not going right now. But then Krishna tells Arjuna, final verdict. What is the benefit if you fight? 31 to 32. If you win, you get kingdom in earth, Veera Bhogasya Vasundhara, right? And if you lose, you go to heaven. Both way, win-win, right? So Krishna says that you just do your duty. And what will happen if you just do your duty as a fighting, you will avoid sin, you will avoid infamy, because the people will not defame you, they will not dishonor you, they will not ridicule you. Because that's what Arjuna was lamenting for. I will commit sin, I'll have infamy and all this dishonor. But Krishna is saying, no, because you follow your duties, you will continue to remain glorious because you're doing your duty, right? So that's now section today. We are starting today. This fourth section of the chapter 2, which is called Buddhi Yoga or Niskam Karma Yoga. Now, this Buddhi Yoga is nothing. It's called Niskam Karma Yoga. Nisa means not expecting, but you do kama. Niskama means you're not expecting any karma or result or fruits from your karma, means activity, right? From your activity, how can you act in such a way that you act most efficiently, but you don't expect any result out of it? This is great art. If you can learn it, you'll be blissful, right? So let's learn that. And Arjuna was scared of reactions, right? He was very much scared of reactions. You remember he was saying, if I kill, this will happen, that will happen, I'll go to hell, this. Now here is formula Krishna gonna describe him to how can you act but not scared of reaction. Okay, so that's the Niskam Karma Yoga, right? What happens then when you do any action in life that leads to reaction? But if you add Krishna in your action, then it leads to no reaction. That is called Krishna Niskam Karma Yoga. Okay, so we are going back quickly to book, and we all will release Bhagavad Gita as it is. Everyone is ready? Okay. So video panel. I want to see. Most of people are now. Now there is no excuse today to not switch on the video. So I would definitely recommend, because otherwise I'm just.
Prabhuji, just give me 50 minutes. I'm having dinner.
That would be hard for you to learn anything, right? So, okay, this is sloka 39. We'll start from here today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayana Namaskritam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Dharanchavam Nutram.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayatmadhiraye.
Tatyaya Tatnidhi.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Sri Advaita Gadadhara
Sri Advaita Gadadhara
Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So
Hare
we'll
Krishna.
start today. I'm going to read the first sloka here, and then all of you can do second one, third one. Okay. So let's at least if you cannot able to read with me, then listen attentively. Otherwise, this whole your time is spoiled. Okay. So,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Esa te भीता सांख्ये
ईशा ते अभीता संख्ये
बुद्धि योगे तुमाशुनु
बुद्धि योगे शृणु
बुद्धिया युक्तो यया पार्थ
बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ
कर्म बंधनां प्रहस्यसि.
कर्म बंधं प्रहससि.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A. Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada के द्वारा Srila Prabhupada की जय. Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen, as I explain it in terms of working without fruitive result. O son of Partha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of works. It would be nice, right, if we do something and we have no responsibility towards it, right? The result. It's so stress-free, right? What do you think? If you do something and you don't have to worry about the outcome, it'd be nice, right? Isn't it? Everybody is
Yes,
trying to get to there, right? That I don't have to worry about reactions. Okay, purport. According to Nirukti or the Vedic dictionary, Sankhya means that which describes things in detail. And Sankhya refers to that philosophy which describes the real nature of the soul. And the yoga involves controlling the senses. Arjuna's proposal not to fight was based on sense gratification. Forgetting his primary duty, he wanted to cease fighting because he thought that by killing his relative and kinsman, he would be happier than by enjoying the kingdom after conquering his cousins and brothers, the son of Dhritarashtra. In both ways, the basic principle were for sense gratification. So basically, it is saying here that Arjuna was denying to fight. So there are two reasons. He was thinking he will kill them, and then how he will enjoy. And then second, he was thinking, oh, if I will be killed, how I will enjoy. So in both cases, you are looking for just enjoying, right? So that's the point. So Sankhya is Sankhya philosophy here described. What is definition of Sankhya as per Nirukti is that describes the real nature of the soul. So that's what we had discussed last section, right? The nature of the soul. Now, happiness derived from conquering them and happiness derived by seeing kingsmen alive are both on the basis of personal sense gratification, even at a sacrifice of wisdom and duty, right? So Arjuna was kind of sacrificing wisdom and his duty. He was Kshatriya, he's supposed to fight, but he was reluctant not to. Krishna therefore wanted to explain to Arjuna that by killing the body of his grandfather, he would not be killing the soul proper, and he explained that all individual persons, including the Lord himself, are eternal individual. They were individual in the past, they are individual in the present, and they will continue to remain individual in the future, because all of us are individual souls eternally. We simply change our bodily dress in different manner, but actually we keep our individuality even after liberation from the bondage of material dress. An analytical study of the soul and the body has been very graphically explained by Lord Krishna. And this descriptive knowledge of the soul and the body from different angle of vision have been described here as Sankhya. In terms of Nirukta dictionary, the Sankhya has nothing to do with the Sankhya philosophy of atheist Kapila. So there is two Kapila, there are two Sankhya philosophy, okay? So now Prabhupada is going to describe. The long before the impostor Kapila Sankhya, the Sankhya philosophy was expounded in Srimad Bhagavatam by the true Lord Kapila, the incarnation of Lord Krishna, who explained it to his mother Devahuti. It is clearly explained by him that the Purusha or the Supreme Lord is active and that he creates by looking over the Prakriti. This is accepted in Vedas and in Gita. The description of the Vedas indicate that the Lord glanced over the Prakriti or nature and impregnated it with the atomic individual souls. So yeah, you may have a question, what is the source of the soul, right? How many souls are there in the world? You should have all these questions. If you're listening attentively and paying attention, then these questions should be natural. Okay, I know the soul, then where does it come from? How many souls exist in the world? Is the number of souls in the universe is constant or it changes? All these questions, right? All these individuals are working in the material world for sense gratification, and under the spell of material energy, they are thinking of being enjoyer. This mentality is degraded to the last point of liberation when the living entity want to become one with the Lord. This is the last layer of Maya or sense gratificatory illusion, and it is the only after many, many births of such sense gratificatory activities that a great soul surrender on to Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, thereby fulfilling the search after the ultimate truth. Arjuna has already accepted Krishna as his spiritual master by surrendering himself onto him. Sisyasyate aham sadimam tvam prapanna. Consequently, Krishna will now tell him about the working process in Buddhi Yoga or Karma Yoga, or in other words, the practice of devotion service only for the sense gratification of the Lord. So Krishna is now going to tell him working process in Buddhi Yoga or Karma Yoga, or in other words, the practice of devotion service only for sense gratification of the Lord, like what we do, right? We are doing bhakti because we want to enjoy. That's also not bad. Krishna is going to describe that. This Buddhi Yoga is clearly explained in chapter 10, verse 10, as being direct communion with the Lord who is sitting in Paramatma in everyone's heart. Just as communion does not take place without devotional, but such communion does not take place without devotional service. One who is therefore situated in or devotional or transcendental loving service to the Lord, or in other words, in Krishna consciousness, attains to this stage of Buddhi Yoga by special grace of the Lord. The Lord says, therefore, that only to those who are always engaged in devotion service out of transcendental love does he award the pure knowledge of devotion in love. In that way, the devotee can reach him easily in the ever blissful kingdom of God. Thus, Buddhi Yoga mentioned in this verse is the devotion service of the Lord, and the word Sankhya mentioned herein has nothing to do with the atheistic Sankhya Yoga enunciated by the impostor Kapila. So there was a fake Kapila. That Kapila is Mayavadi. So Prabhupada is saying, no, we're not talking that Kapila, which nowadays, you can search it, that most commonly people talk about. But this Kapila philosophy, the Sankhya system, is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam, the son of Devahuti and Kardama Muni, the Lord Kapila, who is the incarnation of Krishna, described this Sankhya. Actually, there is a whole set of chapters dedicated in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, describing this chapter in detail. Okay, so if you're interested, search out or find out. If you want to understand more, go to the canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. One should not therefore misunderstand that Sankhya Yoga mentioned herein has any connection with atheistic Sankhya, nor does that philosophy have any influence during the time, nor would Lord Krishna care to mention such godless philosophical speculation. The real Sankhya philosophy is described by Lord Kapila in Srimad Bhagavatam, but even that Sankhya has nothing to do with the current topic. Here, Sankhya means analytical description of the body and soul. So the Sankhya in Bhagavatam, it describes how the universe is created, how the souls came into being, how the souls get a body, how this Brahma created, how the whole universe created. That's a detail. But at this point, right now, in this chapter, Krishna telling Arjuna analytical study of body and soul. Very focused topic. Okay. So don't deviate. Lord Krishna made an analytical description of the soul just to bring Arjuna to the point of Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, Lord Krishna's Sankhya and Lord Kapila's Sankhya described in Srimad Bhagavatam are one and the same. They are all Buddhi Yoga. Lord Krishna said, therefore, that only the less intelligent class of men make a distinction between Sankhya Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Sankhya Yoga Prathak Balah Pravadanti Na Pandita. The people who make, so basically, who make distinction between, oh, this is Sankhya Yoga, this is Buddhi Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga, they are not intelligent. That's what said. Sankhya Yoga Prathak Balah Pravadanti Na Pandita. Of course, atheistic Sankhya Yoga has nothing to do with Bhakti Yoga, yet the unintelligent claim that the atheistic Sankhya Yoga is referred to in the Bhagavad Gita. Last paragraph. One should therefore understand that Buddhi Yoga means to work in Krishna consciousness, in the full bliss and knowledge of devotional service. One who works for the satisfaction of Lord only, however difficult such work may be, is working under the principle of Buddhi Yoga and find himself always in transcendental bliss. By such transcendental engagement, one achieves all transcendental understanding automatically by the grace of the Lord, and thus his liberation is complete in itself, without making extraneous endeavor to acquire knowledge. There is much difference between work in Krishna consciousness and work for fruitive result, especially in the matter of sense gratification, for achieving result in terms of family or material happiness. Buddhi Yoga is therefore the transcendental quality of the work that we perform. Hare Krishna. So a lot of things came in and I tried to describe you. So essentially, in summary, this whole purport is Prabhupada is giving us a background, what we're gonna learn. So you learn a couple of things. You learn what is Sankhya Yoga. That is, everybody now understood. Analytical study of body and soul. Then Prabhupada is describing, what is difference between atheistic Kapila philosophy and then real Kapila philosophy and Lord Krishna's philosophy. So Lord Krishna's philosophy and the real Kapila who is in Bhagavatam, Kapila Dev, is the same. Bhagavatam has in detail, but here in Bhagavad Gita, very briefly Krishna mentioning, because he wants to induce Arjuna to come on the platform of Bhakti Yoga. And it is said that, Krishna will describe that why this Buddhi Yoga is important, because there are so many yogas. You need to remember, right? Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and the Buddhi Yoga, right? So there are different level of yoga, and now we are in 4th level, right? So we need to understand this, how it is different, what it is, right? And this is what is being given you background. Don't worry if you're not understanding what is transcendental, how devotional service. There are so many new words. It will get clarified as we go on reading in upcoming weeks. Okay, so I'm not going in detail because I can speak hours just on one paragraph, just talking up every word's meaning and what does it mean, right? Because for the beginner, it becomes too much. Okay, so we are not going. Who wants to read this one? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I?
Yes, Mataji.
नेहाभिक्रम नाशो अस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. Translation: in the endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Purport: activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification is the highest transitional quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity find no impediment, nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be complete, otherwise the whole attempt become a failure. But any work begin in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not at a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bear permanent results, so that the next beginning is
Reading.
from the point of 2%, whereas in material activity without 100% success there is no profit. Ajamila performed his duty in some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the thought but the result he enjoyed at the end was 100% by the grace of the Lord. There is a nice verse in this connection in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Let me read this for you, Mataji.
Oh.
Tyaktva sad, you all can repeat. It's a very wonderful verse, and we should try to repeat verses wherever Sanskrit. It's very powerful. Tyaktva swadharamam charanam bhujam hare.
त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं
त्यक्त्वा स्वधर्मं
चरणाम्बुजं हरेः
चरणाम्बुजं भरे
Bhajana avapako athapate tato yadi.
भजनापपोथ पते
भजनापतो यदि
Yatra kwa vardharam yatva kwa vadram adbhut amusyakim.
यत्र का वा भद्रं बुद्धिमुष्यं किम्
पुष्यं किम्
Ko prata apto abhajatam swadharmata.
को वार्ध अपतो अभजन्तां स्वधर्मता.
You can read Mataji this.
If someone gives up his occupational duties and work in Krishna consciousness and then fall down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on his part, and what can one gain if one perform his material activity perfectly? Or as the Christian says, what profiteth a man if he gain the whole world yet suffer the loss of his eternal soul? Material activities and their result end with the body, but work in Krishna consciousness carry a person again to Krishna consciousness. Even after the loss of the body, at least one is sure to have a chance to in the next life of being born again as a human being, either in the family of great cultured Brahmanas or in a rich athletic family that will give one a further chance of elevation. That is the unique quality of work done in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. It's a very, very important thing to understand. Let's discuss a little bit. Okay. Discussion is very important. So now this is Sloka is saying, if you read back, that in this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from most dangerous type of fear, right? So why do we fear? Why do we fear in life, right? Do you know? You have answer, like, just think about, you don't have to think hard. You just think, why do you fear when you want to do something? Why there is a fear?
Yeah, we may fail, or sometimes it's basically we fear about what for many things we used to fail, but mainly about future, how it will going to happen and what will happen, and my parents or my family in general. Basically, majority people used to fear about these things.
Yes. Let's take a specific example. Okay, let's dive in, because once we understand this concept, you'll have huge clarity on this whole Bhagavad Gita concept. Okay, suppose. Okay, let's take who wants to become an example.
Yeah, and people used to fear about
You're ready
death.
to become example, Madhu? Okay, it's gonna be hard one. Okay, so don't fear if I say anything.
Yeah.
Suppose if you have a lot of money. Suppose if you're a millionaire, okay, you have money, you accumulated a lot of money, and now you as almost 50 years, you have kids, you have family, house, everything. But then Yes, definitely. Better than anything out there. बहुत अच्छा है. Okay, mute कर दीजिए माता जी, हेतन माता जी. So you have money, you have everything, but there is still one thing. There is fear. You have security, you have everything. You have a house, country, family, everyone. But there is always people are still fearful. Why? The one fear you will always have, oh, is I am going to be able to maintain this life until my death. Suppose if somebody comes to you, suppose if Kaustubh Prabhu comes and says, Madhu, I will give you a guarantee that you will maintain this life at the end of your life. Then next year, oh, so my life will end. Then I have to leave everything. I have to leave this whole family. I have to leave this whole, what I built. Right? Yeah. Fear of uncertainty, yes, definitely, Kaustubh Prabhu. But more than that, the fear of certainty, the fear of uncertain, anyways, we don't care. It's okay. I don't care. I don't know what will happen. But the fear of certainty, like you give guarantee to Madhu. Hey, Madhu, don't worry. Your money is in deposit. You will earn interest. The bank is not going to be bankrupt. You will have 5 lakhs rupees per month as interest. You can be happy. Then Madhu will think, all right, but what about at the time of death? I have to leave all of this, right? Even the biggest people, the richest billionaires also have the same fear. They have nothing to fear, but they fear of loss, right? The loss. They are certain they are gonna lose, so that's why they fear of certainty. And if they believe in spiritual side, if they are theistic, they have a fear that what will happen in my next life, what kind of life I'm going to get. That is the fear of uncertainty, right? So while living, we are fearing both, but after death we are thinking, oh, uncertain, I don't know what will happen to me, right? And then they are uncertain, what will happen to my family, my kids, my property, my business, my account, my relation, my friendship, there's so much. The materialistic fear about that, and then theistic fear about future life, right? So this fear, how we can overcome this fear? So think, don't think too much. We just discussed in Bhagavad Gita, okay? So Krishna is saying there is no loss and diminution. So what he's saying, if you do Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, whatever balance you accumulate, even if you have 1 rupees, it will remain 1 rupees, okay? So there is no loss. And the value of 1 rupees will also not go down. Like it's not like after 10 years, the exchange rate change, then your value of 1 rupees is nothing. Earlier in 1 rupees, you can get samosas and tea. Now in 1 rupees, you will not even get a water. So there is a diminution. There is a value of the rupees decreased, right? Because the commodity became costly. So Krishna is saying both, that it will remain fixed deposit and the value will not decrease. What a nice insurance, right? If somebody says that you have money, you can purchase, you have a same purchasing power which you had 50 years ago. What a nice security, right? If I'm earning 10,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees today per month, somebody says, Madhu, you keep on earning 1 lakh only, but the value will remain same after 20 years also. What a nice thing, right? So there is no loss and diminution in this endeavor, what we are going to talk. And then it says a little advancement. So if you want to advance little, suppose if you want to top up, because it's so nice plan, you have no loss, no diminution. You want to top up, of course. Intelligent person will put more money because, it's so nice. A little advancement can save you from most dangerous type of fear. What is that? Like, this is mystery. So what do you mean by that, Krishna? Like you're saying the little advancement can save me from most dangerous type of fear. That's the one we were talking, the death. Even if you give all the insurance to someone, just like I said, Madhu Prabhu is billionaire or millionaire, and then he has a fear that, one day it will go away, right? And or I am able to maintain this my lifetime, because at some point I will not be that efficient. My kids will take it over. They can destroy the whole what I built. But if the Kastu Prabhu comes and says, Madhu, no loss and domination in what you have done so far. Oh, so nice. And then if he says, oh, if you increase this profit, it can save you from death. Oh man, this is great, because now even if I change my body, I will have the same billionaire status, right? Like, suppose if you, it will be so nice, right? If somebody is billionaire and if you get a new body, you have still billionaire born. You don't have to worry, man. Otherwise, you restart. It's like a zero. Like you have to do. Suppose if I did PhD in this life, I die, I will remain PhD holder in next life. Wow, it's like,
It's a wonderful idea.
but this
Yeah,
doesn't
actually,
happen, right?
yeah.
Unfortunately, everything we are trying to, we are struggling so hard to accumulate. We are competing, the fierce competition. People are ready to kill each other for the piece of land, the few thousand rupees, for some recognition. They hate each other through a lifetime. People are hating each other, with little differences. But at the time of death, everyone is zero. It just sat, like tanned, over, right? And it's such a small concept, but we don't remember it daily. We don't remember this. Because the moment we go out of this call, everything is so powerful. The outside environment is so powerful. It will hijack your consciousness and you will not able to think. This is so powerful. That's why this power of association, when we are discussing, sitting here talking, at least for that moment, you can think about this. And if you keep on doing this daily, you can think daily. And then you keep on doing it. Oh, you can think naturally, right? Right. That's a habit. That's the power of practice. The Patanjali Yoga Sutra, that if you do something consistently with faith for a prolonged period of time, it's called yoga. That's a Patanjali Yoga Sutra definition. If you do something consistently for prolonged period of time with firm faith, faith is very important. That's why you have a faith. That's why you're listening Bhagavad Gita. We are here discussing, right? So now coming back, now think this. Why Krishna is saying this? How does this technology works? Where there is no loss or domination, there is, can save you from the most dangerous of fear. So is it at the body level or the soul level? Because this would be question. Next question: how does it work? What is this working capacity of this technology? Definitely, the body will die. So everything related to body or with body will be destroyed. So definitely, this yoga. So generally, there are multiple type of yoga. The gymnastic yoga we do for the body, right? The meditation is for the mind, right? By the mind, we have a mind yoga. It's called Jnana yoga. You can say Jnana yoga people do for the mind. They become intelligent, right? Jnanis. The Dhyana yoga is like meditation, right? Sometimes interchangeably Jnana yoga and Dhyana yoga is used, but Dhyana yoga also ultimately they want to give some samadhi, some siddhis, the yogis, the dhyanis, right? Actually, Prabhupada never used the word dhyanis. I'm using dhyanis, like the people who do a lot of austerity, meditation. What they want to get is some siddhi, that they become lighter than lightest, they become bigger than the biggest, they can control the planets, they can move anywhere in the universe. These are the mystic powers they want. The Jnanis want intelligence, like they want to be smarter. And karmis, like us, karmis want results. Oh, if I do this, I should get this. If I do this, I should get this. If I do this, this is a karmic mentality, And then what do I do with that result? I should enjoy myself. I should enjoy with my family. That's what Arjuna is thinking right now. He's thinking, oh, if I win the fight, I'll enjoy with my family. If I lose, if I kill them, oh, how I will enjoy then? What is the point of this fighting, right? Whom I will enjoy with? Because to enjoy, you need family, man. You cannot have you cannot sit in a pub and sit alone. You say, everybody vacate the pub. Now I'm going to enjoy, sit down here and enjoy the drink. You need a party, community, right? To enjoy family, friendship. So it is this enjoyment. So all these things, karmis, jnanis, yogis, or dhyanis, all these is related with this body. Because karmis, I do action, I get a result. The yogis, the mystic yogis, they do meditation, Ashtanga yoga and all that to get siddhis. They can control people by just looking at them. They can do that in Himalaya. And the jnanis, they want to get intelligent and they can merge into Brahman. They become effulgent. They want to disconnect from the world. So they are, the jnanis, they want to be liberated. Then what do you do with that liberation? You stay in air, fly like a star. Where you gonna land? Because you don't believe there is anything. You just think everything is light. In light, you can't stay. I'm sorry, sir. You have to leave the light some point. You need to get a station to live. All this is on bodily platform. That's why we reject. The Bhagavad Gita straightly rejects everything, all this. But now the soul. If so, the Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga you do, and Krishna will describe what it is. But just for now, listen. This Bhakti Yoga, this Buddhi Yoga, Niskam Karma Yoga is at the soul level. It's the soul. That the soul will go to the next body. And that is why. And because soul is going to next body, and this yoga is at the soul level, Krishna can confidently say, there is no loss and domination in this yoga. And if you do that, you carry all of that you do in this body at this time, because it is at soul level, soul is going to the next body, you will carry all of that credit. Your credit score is not going to finish. It will not come to zero after once you change the body, which is technically called death. And if you know that, you're going to have everything. You have no fear because you're so happy now. I don't care what I'm doing it right, and I have to follow these rules. Anyways, we follow so many rules, regulation in my job, in office, in taxes, so many things. But only thing if we add it, okay, I'm the soul. And now let me act on the soul platform. And when I'm interacting with everyone around me, I'm interacting on the platform of the soul, Atma. I'm not a body. Oh, somebody is old, sick, black, white, American, Indian, nationality, male, female, animal, bird, beast, ant, elephant. Oh, what are you looking for? Oh, they are all soul. Is that now clear, this concept? Any question around this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, karma yoga means we have to do our things and we have to be faith on God, right?
Yeah. Before even if you say God, let's take God out.
Hmm.
We should have a faith in that process. That's karma. Whatever activity we do, suppose if I'm speaking, I have a faith in this mic, that this mic will receive my voice and give it to your device. You have faith on your device that what you're hearing is real. I'm not an imaginary person sitting in this small black box, right?
Hmm.
So there is a faith on internet, faith on device, faith on what I'm speaking is real, because there is no way you can verify much. And it will take years for you to verify, right? It's not worth, but there is a faith. Now,
Okay.
that's a karma.
Okay.
Karma, you do something, get a result. Like karmis, the big people, oh, I will work hard, I will get a result. That's like a karmic mentality, And what I will do with the result? Enjoy. Spiritual people also do the same. They are doing karmas, they are getting result, right? But then they offer that result to Krishna. The credit goes to Krishna. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
The
Got it.
karmis, the karmic people will say, the karma yoga people will say, I did it. I'm the doer. And the bhakti yoga person will say, oh, Krishna is the doer. I am
Correct.
just an instrument. I'm just the instrument.
Yes.
I have this body, I have this
Correct.
family, I have this knowledge. I'm instrument.
Yes.
And since I'm instrument, I cannot enjoy. Like this mic cannot enjoy its own voice. right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have consciousness, but you can enjoy. I can enjoy because I purchased this. I gave money from someone, and I have I have a consciousness. This mic can't. It can't enjoy its own voice. Like trees cannot enjoy its own fruit. Tree, they offer the fruit to the owner. The owner supplied planted the tree, put the water, gave the earth. The sunlight came from sun. Tree just instrument to produce the fruit, because
Correct.
the code to make the fruit was in their genetic material, in the seed itself. Like what kind of fruit will make, how many fruits will be made, when the fruit will come. All is programmed in those seeds. And when the
Yeah.
time comes, with the proper nurturing, it gives the fruit. And of course, you have to protect from insects, from
Yeah, that
weather,
is good.
from thieves also,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We have to be like, I used to listen from my grandfather, like one saying, it actually exactly matched to this. We have to live our life things and everything to like water on the water lily, how it won't attach to the things and
Yeah.
it will be in the top. So our life has to be like that, and we have to trust on the God, and you have to do the things. He used to say like that. In
Yes.
Telugu,
So that
that's
is Niskam Karma Yoga. That's what we are talking. So
yeah.
you got it right. That is one of the way to talk about and understand this Niskam Karma Yoga. So there is a lot detail. Let's move on. Now Krishna is say, how should you do it? Okay. Text 41.
Yeah.
We'll have this session another 15 minutes because we started a little late.
Yeah.
And then we'll end that. Okay. Okay. Who wants to read this one?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
shall I?
Okay. Yes, Mantaji.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखाहन्यन यननश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute in many branched purpose, a strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called Vyavasaya Yatmika intelligence. The Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Shraddha Sadde Viswasa Kahe Sudruda Nischaya Krishne Bhakti Kaile Sarvakarma Krutahoya. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. When one is engaged in the duties of Krishna consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world with obligations to family traditions, humanity, or nationality. Fruitive activities are the engagements of one's reactions from past good or bad deeds. When one is awake in Krishna consciousness, he need no longer endeavor for good results in his activities. When one is situated in Krishna consciousness, all activities are on the absolute plane, for they are no longer subject to dualities like good and bad. The highest perfection of Krishna consciousness is renunciation of the material conception of life. This state is automatically achieved by progressive Krishna consciousness. The resolute purpose of person in Krishna consciousness is based on the knowledge. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. A person in Krishna consciousness is the rare good soul who knows perfectly that Vasudeva or Krishna is the root of all manifested causes. As by watering the root of a tree, one automatically distributes water to the leaves and branches. So, by acting in Krishna consciousness, one can render the highest service to everyone, namely self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. If Krishna is satisfied by one's actions, then everyone will be satisfied. Service in Krishna consciousness is, however, best practiced under the able guidance of spiritual master who is bona fide representative of Krishna, who knows the nature of the student, and who can guide him to act in Krishna consciousness. As such, to be well versed in Krishna consciousness, one has to act firmly and obey the representative of Krishna, and one should accept the instruction of the bona fide spiritual masters as one's mission in life. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura instructs us in the famous prayers for the spiritual masters.
I
as
can
follows.
I can read Mataji this.
I'll
Yes.
read Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji, please. Yeah.
यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादा न गतिः कुतोऽपि ध्यायान् स्तुवं संस्य यस्य स्त्री स्तन्यं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम्. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the supreme personality of Godhead becomes satisfied, and by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for this mercy 3 times a day and offer my respectable obeisances into him. My spiritual master. The whole process, however, depends on perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of the body, not theoretically but practically. When there is no longer a chance for sense gratification manifested in fruitive activities. One who is not firmly fixed in mind is diverted by various types of fruitive acts. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. So this is sloka. There are a few keywords. We'll go to next one, but there we can discuss a lot. But this chapter this slokas which you are seeing now, few, it will have each chapter each in Bhagavad Gita. The Krishna will come back to all this. Okay. So Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi. Vyavasaya means business minded, right? The Vyavasaya, the business. The business is Vyavasaya, right? Resolute in Krishna consciousness. Vyavasaya Atmika. Vyavasaya, right? So Buddhi, intelligence. So Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Eke Guru Nandana Bahusakha Hanantasya Buddhyo Vyavasayina. Again, Abhyavasayina. So what is Vyavasaya? Vyavasaya means business, right? A businessman is generally the success. How do you know who is a successful businessman? What is the symptom of a successful businessman?
Discipline, Prabhuji.
Yes, discipline. Yes. What else?
Dedication.
Dedication. What is the most important? Like, you just need that. Without that, you cannot run your business.
Money.
Yes.
Money can come. If you have ideas, great ideas, and it can come. Money you will generate by business anyways, because that's how business is, right? There are a lot of people who had little money and they made billions of dollars because they had ideas and they can do that. And you will see that the people have billions of dollars, they're now penniless because they did something wrong. What was that?
Confidence.
No. People have a lot of confidence. It's a free, Everybody is confident what they know. Don't know about, right? One thing, the focus. Right? If person has no focus but has everything, he's intelligent, he has ideas, he has money, but he's not focused. He don't know what you want. He's not resolute. Focus means resolution. You have to be determined. You have to be focused. If you want to be focused, you need to be disciplined. You need to be resolute. You need to be determined. You need to have all of these qualities to become focused, right? The focus is very important in our life, right? Otherwise, life is so... When people who don't have focus, they go crazy. Their mind, they cannot even sleep, right? Because they don't know what they want, where they want to go, what do you want to do. Even daily activity becomes troublesome, because they are eating, they are looking at phone, they are doing this, they are doing 10 things at a time. No focus. Then they destroy everything. No success, right? So, just for understanding, here, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Prabhupada translating resolute in Krishna, resolution. That resolution has to be firm resolution. And here Krishna is saying, of course, in Krishna consciousness, right? With intelligence. Because sometimes people are focused, but they are not intelligent. Because some, people who play games on Facebook, you see those gaming of software, they are focused. They are more focused than a yogi. They can't even flip their eyebrows. They're so much focused that their eyebrows doesn't flip for a long period of time. But the activity they are doing is nonsense because just gaming, right? No intelligence. Like they're not thinking what I'm doing, what I'm gonna get out of it. What is the profit? What is I'm utilizing my time rightly, right? The social media, the internet, and WhatsApp. We all spend a lot of time. Now we have to introspect. What do I get spending 1 hour on Facebook, 30 minutes on WhatsApp, 1 hour? Why I'm doing that? We have to question that. I'm telling you on this level because then you can start applying these principles, and then slowly you will be. When your mind is peaceful, then only you can do Krishna conscious or any activity. Mind is disturbed. What is the point, right? So though two ways to cool the mind, either by logic or by some force. If you want to make someone understand, only two things: you give them logic or you give them force. Then only they understand. That's how the mind is also. The logic is that you learn from Bhagavad Gita, and the force is like you chant Hare Krishna. You give them a vibration, which is spiritual, which makes your mind cool down. That's how it works, So here Krishna is saying, we'll read translation and go to the next verse again. Those who are in this path are resolute in purpose. So if you want to do bhakti yoga, niskam karmi yoga, then you have to be resolute. And their aim is one. See, focus. Goal is clear. Okay. We should have a clear goal. Okay, goal is difficult. I don't have money. I don't have help, support, but my goal is clear. I know what I know. A beloved child of Kuru. Intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branches. Then Krishna is contrasting. What happens to people who are not focused? Their intelligence is like thoda idhar, thoda udhar, thoda idhar, thoda, सब करेंगे थोड़ा, right? Like ऐसे लोगों का कुछ नहीं हो सकता. No, इधर के they can't be on either side. They're now this side, that side, this side, that side, that side, that side. They're not peaceful. They're not happy, right? Go to next sloka. We have 5 minutes. Maybe we have to end here after this sloka because I think yes, we don't have time. And we are taking more time in chapter 2 because it's so important to understand these basics. Once you have clarity, then subsequent chapter will go fast. Like, we'll finish pretty fast. Okay. Who wants to read these? There are 2 sloka together. So we'll do this and then end the session for today.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Okay, Madhuji. Should I do Sanskrit for you?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Yamimam puspitam vacham
Yamimam pushpiti vamcham
pravadyanta vipaschita
pravadyantamashita
Pita
Vedavarata partha
वेदवार्ता पार्थ
Nanyadastiti vadinah
नान्यदस्तितिवादिना
Kamatmana swarga para
Kamatmana swarga para
स्वर्गपरा
Janma karma phala pradam
जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्
Kriya visesa bahulam
क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम्
Bhog aishwarya gatim prati.
भोग ऐश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
Now you learn what happens to people who are less intelligent, what they do. Let's read Madhu Prabhu. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
men of Hare Krishna. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommended various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life. They say that there is nothing more than this purpose. People in general are not very intelligent, and due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in Karma Kanda portions of the Vedas. They do not want anything more than sense gratificatory
5 minutes,
pur-
5 minutes, 5 minutes,
minutes,
please. Sorry.
gratificatory proposals for enjoying life in heaven, where wine and women are available and material opulence is very common. In Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially the Jyotistotma sacrifices. In fact, it is stated that anyone desiring elevation to heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices. And men with the poor fund of knowledge think that this is the whole purpose of Vedic wisdom. It is very difficult for such inexperienced persons to be situated in the determined action of Krishna consciousness, as fools are attached to the flowers of poisonous trees without knowing the results of such attractions. Unenlightened men are similarly attracted by such heavenly opulences and the sense enjoyment thereof. Yeah, in Karmakanda section of Vedas, it is said Apama Somam Amrata Abhusma and Akshayam Havya Katurmya Yojanaha Sukratma Bhavati. In other words, those who perform the 4 month penanas become eligible to drink the Somarasha beverages to become immortal and happy forever. Even on this earth, some are very eager to have Somarasa to become strong and fit to enjoy sense gratification. Such persons have no faith in liberation from material bondage, and they are very much attached to the pompous ceremonies of Vedic sacrifices. They are generally sensual and they do not want to anything other than the heavenly pleasures of life. It is understood that there are gardens called Nandana Kanana, in which there is a good opportunity for association with angelic, beautiful women and having a purpose supply of Somarasa wine. Such bodily happiness is certainly sensual. Therefore, there are those who are purely attached to such material. Temporary happiness is the lords of the material world.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Madhuji. So just 2-3 minutes and then we'll end this. What is saying Krishna now? He's saying, he described, right? Last verse, if you remember, we should always go back. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose. Their aim is one. O beloved child of Kuru, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. So he said that, okay, you be focused. Okay. Now he's saying, Krishna is saying, what happens to these people who are not focused, many branch intelligence? The men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery word of the Vedas. And this is the major people. Most of religions, even in Hinduism or any religion, you see, even people who follow Vedas, why they like Vedas? Because Veda described them some tools, technique, method to get what they want. You know, the Veda described, do this sacrifice, you get this. Do Lakshmi Puja, you will get money. Do Ganesha Puja, you will be auspicious. Do Shankar Puja, you will have protection. Do Devi Mata Puja, you will get this. It is like it is like Vedic what do you call Vedic mall. You know, you go to this store, you'll get this. You go to this store, you'll get this. So people ultimately, actually, most of people not even want to go heaven. They are happy here. They want a supply. You give them house, money, you know, wine, omen. They are happy here. They don't even aspire to go to heaven. Forget about that. Who cares? Let me enjoy this life. Allow me enough. Unfortunately, this body doesn't allow to enjoy. You can enjoy sex life for 10 minutes. You can drink for a few liters, maybe, but if you drink more, you will die. You can, you know, these are the topmost type of enjoyment. Sex life is the pinnacle of enjoyment. Below that, you can eat certain amount, you can sleep, you can laugh, you can drink, you can, all this is limited because this body is limited. This somarasa, which the demigods drink, the somarasa we just read now, it's such a type, it's it's a beverage, it's a drink for the heavenly planet. Indra drinks that, all the demigod drink that. It is in moon planet, somarasa. Okay, all the heavenly planet has this special drink. We have so many varieties of uncle brand, this brand, that brand, you know, but they have somarasa, one brand, and the speciality, it's a therapeutic drink. If you drink it, your age increases. Our alcohol, if we drink, our age decrease. This somarasa, which is intoxicating, if you drink, your age increase because it's Ayurvedic preparation made in heavenly planets. Okay, so they take nectar, become immortal, but then they have to remain young. So this somarasa help them to stay young always. Even if they are million-year old, they look young. Okay, so that's a somarasa. But we are not looking for that, right? What we are looking for? Very flickering happiness. Give me house, children, money, wife, wealth, power, reputation, which will end with this body. Most of people in the world don't believe in Vedas. There are rarely people you find believe in Vedas things, right? Taking all things in mythology, all of this is just no value to us. Now they believe in internet, believe in meat eating, intoxication. Oh, they love intoxication. They have so much believe in smoking and drinking and heroin and LSD and whatnot. Like they love it. They have a faith. It works, right? And then gambling. You know, they have a huge faith in gambling others, cheating others, right? They can cheat. Everywhere cheating going on, right? Like employee is trying to cheat employer is trying to cheat employee. The business is a customer is trying to cheat the seller is trying to cheat the customer. Cheating would not mean direct, but it's indirectly, you know, trying to get maximum profit out of it, right? And when that doesn't happen, you start cheating also, because then you need what you need, right? So that's what's going on. And we should analyze ourselves. If you are serious about spiritual or bhakti yoga, niskam karma yoga, you want to be serious in this process, then my advice and my not advice, but I can share my experience. I used to believe in a lot of demigods, you know, like, you know, so many demigod varieties. But as I got more serious and understanding these, you know, scriptures and Bhagavad Gita and all this, I realized, why should I disturb myself with so many, you know, karodo devata, like so many millions of demigods, and I will never able to worship. It's best policy. Just like Prabhupada said, you water the root of the tree is happy. The branches are happy, the fruits are happy, the leaves are happy, the stems are happy. If you have such a plan, why don't you just focus on one thing? Okay. And that was very important to me, that, oh, I don't have time. If I can just do Hare Krishna chanting, I can read Bhagavad Gita, I can eat Krishna Prasadam. Why I have to run temple after temple, temple after temple, temple after temple? This Devi Devata, oh, now this Vrata came, this Vrata. Let's me switch it. This week, this Devata will be worshipped. Next week, Sankarji is coming. Next week, Mataji will come. Next week, Ganesha will come. Next week, Kuladevi will come. Next week, you are just shopping. You are not trustworthy to anyone. You're not chaste. It's like, if I say very hard word, it's like a prostitute. Because prostitute is looking for a customer who can supply her money. So she is just, changing customers. Why? Because she want money. So we are also spiritual. I am also a spiritual prostitute because what I'm trying to say, oh, which demigod can give me enough? What is the right time to worship them? So let me worship this demigod because this will be pleased to me and will give me this. Very hard word I'm using, but this is what it is, right? Like if you think hard, then you will find what I'm doing, why I'm doing. Even if I know that if I worship Krishna, everybody will be pleased. Krishna is described by Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is the creator of all the demigods. And Lord Brahma is saying, Ishvara Karama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Hey Krishna, Govinda, you are the cause of all the causes. You are Ishvara, Parama Krishna. You are the Parama Ishvara. Why I'm looking for so many excuses for not following you? And once you start thinking about this, and it takes time, let me tell you, don't get disappointed if you're not able to do it, or you don't do artificially. Okay, don't do, because Krishna will kick off. He won't tolerate any of the artificial things. He is not looking for your artificialism. So the best is to pray to Krishna. That Krishna, that's what I used to do. I used to feel bad that, oh, why I'm not able to have firm faith. One, like Pyosayatmika Buddhi, there's we read, the focused intelligence. Why? And then I realized, oh, because of my conditioning. Because when I was born in family, I had so many people training me in so many things. When I grew up, somebody said, worship this demigod, this demigod, this demigod, this demigod, this demigod. I did it. Oh, I got the result. I felt happy. I got position, education, health, beauty, everything. And now I don't want to divorce them because I will feel, oh, if I'm divorcing, I'm not committed to them. It's like I'm a chaste wife of these all demigods. But if you have multiple husbands, we are not chaste, because then you have multiple, if you have multiple wives, then you are not chaste husband, or vice versa, the wife also. Then I'm a prostitute husband. I'm looking for which wife can give me more pleasure and what time. So let me find that, right? But if I know that what is the source of all these wife or husband, oh, there is one who created all of this. So let me surrender to that. And then because of my conditioning, I'm not able to do it. So what to do? Just pray to that Supreme, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Hey Krishna, you are sitting in my heart as a super soul. I know it. I'm not realizing, but at least in Bhagavad Gita, you say that I'm Hirde Arjuna Tishtati. I'm sitting in your heart. You say it. So if you are sitting in my heart and I want to do something, but I'm not able to do it, please allow me to do it. Because everything originates from heart, desire, the power, the confidence, the resolution, the focus. The source is heart. And of course, there is a connection between heart and brain, of course. The mind is everywhere. But just for the sake of medically also, the heart is source of energy and intelligence. So why, please, you pray to Krishna. You pray him that, please allow me to focus. Otherwise, I'll struggle. And I'm struggling. I keep on struggling. This demigod, that demigod, and there is a risk in demigod worship. The reason I'm telling you, in demigod worship, if you do one mistake, they get angry very fast. Very fast they're angry. They can be pleased also fast, but the anger is also fast. Like Lord Shiva, he can be pleased very easily, just, water, leaves. And then he can be angry also very fast. Like Tandav, he will destroy the whole. So these demigod worships are very risky proposal. And there is a loss and domination, because when the creation ends, the demigod finishes. So everything you do will get finished, right? So there is loss and domination. It will finish. But if you worship Krishna on the platform of soul, then whatever you do stays with you and goes with you. Okay. So that is like a mid summary for today's. You should reread and contemplate about it. There is nothing to feel bad, nothing to think about too hard, but just to know in a very crystal clear way. I try to present you very harsh way because I know all of you mature and you can take it, because a lot of people cannot even take it. They can't even listen to it. They think that it is, oh, it is bad. This guy is bad. But I'm not saying anything mine. What Krishna is saying. They look for the Vedas, flowery words, yagnas, this demigod, that demigod, but it will finish. So they are less intelligent. And nobody wants to be seen as less intelligent, right? We want to be better intelligent, right? All right. So we'll end here. I know I'm gone 5-7 minutes extra.
Prabhuji, I have a doubt, but most of the Vedas saying that demigods, whomever you are worshipping, you just see Paramatma in them.
It's like this, Mataji. Suppose if you
So-
have, yes, please
Even
complete.
if you do,
Yeah.
even if we perform puja or vrat or anything, if we can see Krishna in them, is it wrong or?
No, here is what I'll say.
Huh.
Suppose you want a gold. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
100% gold. You're looking for gold.
Okay.
Now, gold could have in many places. It could be in the shop, it could be on the street, it could be anywhere, right? It may be in different proportions, right? Maybe 10% gold, 20% gold, 50% gold, right? But
Yes.
you are looking for gold, right?
Yes.
We should be first clear what we are looking for. If we know that we are looking for 20% gold, all right, go get it. Less cost, right?
Hmm.
But if you're looking for gold, what is the best place to get the gold? The maximum and the purest.
Okay.
What is the
We
source?
we can go to gold shop, 24 karat or something like that.
Yeah. But you can also but that shop may also have limited supply. Will say, I have 10 kg only, Mataji, you go. I will give you more later.
Okay.
Then, right? Possible, right? But if you know a gold mine, I'm talking gold mine, which have the purest form of gold in unlimited proportion. What is most intelligent? To go to a local shop and get a 5 gram, 20 gram, 1 kg gold, or go to the gold mine and get the same thing. Gold is same. You're looking for gold. Oh, I'm looking for the gold, so I can take gold from anywhere. But why don't you go to the gold mine, which can supply you unlimited and the purest? Why I'm hesitant? If I'm hesitant, then I'm less intelligent. I'm not using my brain. I'm
Okay.
justifying my laziness of not going to that gold mine because it's too far to go, too hard to go, too many obstructions. But the intelligent person is, okay, let me endure whole life, and one time I'll get to that gold mine, I'll get everything. Rather than, trying to get these sops gold, right, with few grams. So that's a faith. Because this one you can do easily and get few gram of gold easily every month. But this you may have to wait for 10 years, 20 years, who knows, next lifetime, right?
Okay.
So that's a long-term vision versus short-term vision. And I hope I'm not here to offend. I'm sorry if I offended anyone when talking about demigods, but I have to speak it truth. I'm not a pandit. I'm not a priest. You're not my judgment, or I take your money, do some puja. I'm here to present factually what it is, right? Because otherwise I'll cheat you. If I present you something which you like it or anyone like it, then I'm cheating because I'm not telling the truth, right? But I always trying my best to speak the truth in the hardest manner, because you never know, it may hit your heart and you may change. Like, okay, now nobody told me like this, and therefore I should start thinking about this. Because if nobody will tell, it will continue, right? It will continue forever, right? We have already spent 40, 50 years of our life. Who knows how many years we'll live, right? And mind you, in terms of security, money, and all the things we go for demigod, we all know that millions of Lakshmis serving Krishna. Aise kans chans kala puncha Krishna stitu swayam. Right? The millions of Sahasra Lakshmis are serving Krishna. And if you become one of the Lakshmi, what do you more you want? You become more than Lakshmi because you're devotee of Krishna, right? The Krishna becomes your servant. What do you want? Like that Krishna, millions of Lakshmis want to serve. And they are waiting in line. Radharani don't allow even to enter. Lakshmi is waiting outside Vrindavan, just waiting. Please allow me to enter in this land. And Radharani is Gopi saying, don't, no, you can't enter here. I'm sorry, you don't have bhakti. You're looking for Sakti, so please go. Right? So that's a faith. That's a yoga. Do it daily with firm faith for a long period of time. It's not like 9 days vrata. It's a daily vrata. Daily morning rising, chanting Bhagavatam daily. So who will be more pleasing to Krishna? Daily one or once in a month? Hare Krishna, Jai Sri Krishna, Janmashtami, and then Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Jai Siva Sambhu, Jai Jai Brahma, Jai Vishnu, Jai. It's just whom you like the most, the one who says daily I love you, or one says once in a month or once in a year. Right? I'm sorry, it's a long topic, but we'll continue to discuss. Let's leave this and pray to Krishna. We respect all the demigods. It's not that we are against. They are devotees of Krishna. They are devotee of Supreme Bhagavan. But then we should know the distinction and respect them. Pray to them. Pray to the demigod you are worshipping. That please reveal me right thing. I don't want to stuck. Like we pray to Hanuman, we pray to Matarani, Shankar, Shiva, everyone. Please allow me to find what is real because I'm covered. Okay. I know it's a lot of time already. Madhu is in office. He has to go home. And yeah. Okay. All right, Mataji, Nagarani Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. I know it went longer, but it was an awesome discussion. And thank you, everyone, for participating. Thank you, Kaustubh Prabhu. Thank you, Madhu Prabhu. Ankita Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Ankita Mata
Prabhuji.
and Anju Mataji did not participate. Yeah.
No, I'm listening, Prabhuji. I'm listening carefully.
Next time, Ankita Mataji and Anju Mataji will participate actively. Okay. Ankita
Okay,
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
can you hear us? She's away maybe. Okay. All right. Vangsha kalptarubhasya cha kripa sindhuvyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu
Chaitanya,
Nityananda Sri Advait
Nityananda.
Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
So you just said Hare Krishna mantra. This is your fixed deposit. The 1.5 hour you spend, it will carry you to the next life. Not going to go away. It's a fixed deposit. Never lost, no diminution. All right. So therefore we
Yes,
ask,
Prabhuji.
do daily. Something is
Yes.
so useful. Do daily, right? All right. All goes to Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Kartik Mans ki jai.
Hare Krishna,
Jai.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna.